Welcome to a Fifth of Jack Gaming, and welcome to Shipping Wars. Yep, we ended up slapping a name together for this. So this is Shipping Wars. We're going to end up seeing how we end up thinking of how we want to spend our money. So the previous years, the person that ended up winning was OPB. But would OPB be still the champ at the end of Shipping Wars? Let's find out. Alright, similar to what we had with Amazon, is that we have one bigger box and one smaller box. And as you can see, it's from Instocktrades. So we got two representations for Instocktrades to be able to break it down to see how well they end up shipping. We're going to end up breaking it over in a scale of 1 through 5. 5 being amazing, exactly how we ended up wanting it and how I would suggest you to end up having it. So with that, we're going to be spending a special focus on the shipping. Is going to be worth 3 points of how well it's packed. If it's loose and goosey, it's going to end up being deducted a point. If it's a thin box, it's going to be deducted a point. And if it's a complete disaster, it's going to be deducted 3 points. And then it's going to have a point for each of it if how well their policy is for shipping. So like if they have a minimum price or if they don't have a minimum price. Is it worth them or are you paying the extra shipping on a book that you end up having? We'll have to find out and try figuring it out. So with that said, let's go over to Instocktrades and see what they brought over to the table for this entire event. We'll break this first one open. Oh my. So it's a 2-wall box, technically. So that's a nice little salad comes over with it. And I believe they had free shipping if the order is $50 or more. Yes. And they had a good turnover that came over with it. Both of these within a couple of days were end up being sent out. Alright, so bring that over for a second. And that looks juicy. A nice bubble wrap to protect your book. And then also the little box frame, the cardboard frame around the books. This has the invoice and what we ended up ordering, so you guys don't need to have that. And without the plastic wrap, that's what it looks like on the inside. So we got a soft cover of their manga of Wolverine Schnick. Looks pretty good, actually. Even in the plastic and everything. And this is something I learned with the OPB books. You can sneak it out and get it that way. And there we got Captain America Lives. I can't remember what volume number this is of Brubaker's run. But this guy's a nice little solid little. It's a small little omnibus, but hey, gotta start somewhere. Alright, I'm running out of room. Alright, so that's the first one. Nice solid out of the box. And now we're moving up to the Mr. Big Boy. It's also important to say that these guys ended up rushing out the orders quicker because they ended up using 2 different ways. This first one that we ended up opening it up was through the post office. The second one, they ended up shipping it through FedEx. So speed is crucial to them, evidently. And that's okay by me. Still charged me nothing for the shipping. Shipping was still free. So it's a better, or it's a win-win for me. Alright, so that first one wasn't a fluke. It looks pretty stellar right there. Having a little sheet. And it reminds me of a little bit of the old way of OPB used to end up shipping it. Where they end up having the bubble wrap that's around it. That's fine because it ends up protecting the book if it slides or anything like that. We have Ascender. Tokyo Ghost. And the Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. All these are the DCBS special covers. So that's something that's a little unique that Instocktrades ends up having access to. that's a nice little seller thing. Let's switch it over to our what we call a pack cam, because we normally use it for pack openings. But we can be able to pay attention to details that comes over with the books and be able to show the corners and show any kind of damage that it has, or show how flawless the book is. First order, so that means the Wolverine Schnick and Captain America Lives. So we'll start off with the Schnick. So it's kind of nice because it's wrapped in this little plastic. And there's a little bit of right here. But that might have been from when the book was actually made before it was ended up being shipped. However, I would say other than that, this book is kind of flawless. Oh, it actually has color. It's legitimately a comic book. I thought this was going to be like a manga. Interesting. Now we'll come up to the Captain America. Corner up here looks nice and neat, nice and solid. Over on this. Honestly, I would have to say that's a flawless. They're doing really good so far. And then the second order. These are special covers that they have for DCBS. That corner looks mint condition. So is that one. These are going to be nice solid reads for July. A little Remender action with Tokyo Ghost, mint corners, mint spine. I have to say, I really do like how this ended up coming out. And finally, but not least, a righteous thirst for vengeance. That is a nice little tech that came out of it. Corners mint. Same here. Same there. A little tick right there. There you go. So I have to say that's pretty solid. We'll flip her back over. So this is what all came from Instocktrades. This came in 2 different orders that came over with it. And to be this is all that came from Instocktrades. This is 2 orders completely that went together. We got the Captain America and the Wolverine together. And then we ended up getting Tokyo Ghost, as well as Thirst for Vengeance. And what was the other? Oh, Ascender. Ascender's a deluxe. And Remender kind of likes to mix his deluxe versions into like library editions, so they're a little bit taller. Even with that obstacle, they seemed like they did a nice job shipping overall. So I would honestly give them a 5 out of 5. Packing wise, it's mint. It's right on spot. It's a double wall box that they end up having. They have it where the books are nicely protected. They don't slide around. And honestly speaking, I'll give them 5 out of 5. That's right, they get 5 out of 5 for how they ended up doing. Or $50 minimum order to get free shipping, which is nothing really. They have quick shipping. Their boxings are pretty stellar. And the way that they pack it is pretty stellar as well. 5 out of 5 for Instocktrades. So far, one of the better people that they ended up shipping with. However, the final person that we're going to end up going to is going to be Organic Price Books. And since they're the champion last time around, we're going to make them last. This one was second place, and I have to say, since our last order, they kind of stepped up their game and got a lot better about their shipping. Kudos to you for being able to change over with the different kind of shipping. So if you're liking the content I put out, like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon to be notified whenever I come off new content. Thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you later.